ever going to catch him. That's not going to happen. It's just a total different world. And a lot of that is his deep knowledge and understanding something. And you being a smart guy, I think you'd get into it, especially because you love pro wrestling. So it's like at least you have a mindset for watching guys do things to each other and manipulate each other, which is half of what's exciting about pro wrestling, right? Some guy pulling off some crazy move. Even if it's orchestrated, it's still a crazy thing that these guys are pulling off on each other.
Yeah, I mean, I like that more because then I'm like, oh, they're friends and they work this out together.
My problem is that I know they're getting hurt and then not even really fighting, right? I mean, they're hitting each other for sure. They're doing things to each other and slamming each other. It's all real. But those guys get banged up and they do it way more. So if you're watching a guy who's fighting in the UFC, they have practices that they can control. So if they know that they have a hurt, back or a hurt foot, they'll put shit and instant pats on. They won't kick. They'll do things where they work around whatever injury they have when they're in the camp. You can't do that when dudes are throwing you. You got a bad back and some guy's fucking picking you up and bang.
Well, they will. They'll adjust what moves they will do. But I do really like your point about. At least they can take some time off.
They can definitely adjust. I'm sure. Yeah, they can definitely make an agreement with each other. Hey, don't slam me. My back is fucked. But those guys get beat the fuck up. Talking to Dallas Page and Jake the Snake, two guys that have had on the podcast, they were amazing, and especially Jake's story is fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
When he tells you his story, and what a nice guy. Big, giant, nice man. Like, just genuinely friendly and happy that everything's going well for him now. Crazy. But that's a rough business is my point. Like, I'm way rather like real grappling. Like, I feel like real grappling for, like, if I was going to tell a person, like, what would be safer for your body, I think pro wrestling's harder. I think it's harder on you.
I can see that.
Dude, they get slammed. You watch some of that stuff. Like, knowing what you know now about brain damage and knowing what you know now about that it's not even concussions necessarily as much as it's subconcussive trauma that doesn't knock you unconscious but just rattles your fucking head, and the repeated impacts of those. Yeah. Those guys are getting that all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, no, I go back and sometimes I watch some older wrestling and it really makes me cringe because you got a lot of guys taking all these chair shots straight to the face.
Straight to the face.
Yeah, I saw Ken Shamrock take this one to the head that sounded like a gunshot. It was crazy.
Yeah. Dude, what is it about people getting smacked in the head? Tom Segura's been sending me these Russian slap championships, these videos. Have you seen this shit?
Yeah.
Oh my God, these guys stand in front of each other and smack each other in the face, full clip. But some of them are doing a terrible job. They're hitting with their fingers.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of fingers.
They're getting fingers. And then there's other guys that are basically doing like a ridge hand strike to your neck. They're clipping guys on the chin like this, and they follow through it. It looks like a slap, but this is not a slap. This is like a karate chop. They're like going like that to the head, and then it turns. I mean, it's way harder. And then some guys are they're doing like a boss root and palm strike. They're hitting like this. They're doing like a right hook to the head like that. It's brutal. Guys are getting knocked unconscious.
I like to see it, but just with like older black moms.
There used to be the dumbest thing ever. It was called like X Arm, and they would tape these guys' arms together and let them have an MMA fight.
What?
It was an MMA fight / arm wrestling competition, and they were taped together. It sounds so stupid you can't imagine that not only was it real, but that the guy who created it was one of the original creators of the UFC. Like, it's such a crazy idea. They just went for it, man. Look, they taped these people together. Their arms are taped together. They can't even move away. And then when they say go, they start fighting. Come on. And they get in arm bars. This guy fucks this guy's arm up. Dude, he broke his arm on the table. 100%. If that guy keeps pulling on that thing, he gets his arm snapped.
Yeah, no.
I don't know if he actually broke it right there, but if the way the leverage of that table, look at that guy's getting kicked in the fucking head while he's tied to that guy's arm. It's crazy. Pin his arm. Pin his arm or KO him to win. What? Didn't work. I mean, it didn't last.
No, I can see
but
why.
This is how crazy people can get.
I love it.
Dude, but that's real. And how this is the other one, chess boxing. This is a legit one too. I think they box first and then they play chess, right?
I think it goes back and forth.
They keep going back and forth.
Yeah.
That's a good move. But seriously, if you
Did
get
it take
KO'd,
did it take the thing out of the ring?
what if you get KO'd? Do you win?
Yeah,
If you win at
is
chess?
it either one?
Yeah. Like if you win at chess, but you get
idea.
flatlined in
What are
30
the rules?
seconds. Whew.
That's also be really fun if there's just people who are horrible at fighting but really good at chess.
Yeah, and they would just lay down.
Yeah.
Like you win this part.
Yeah.
I'm just here for the chess. I know you guys suck at chess. Why do they have headphones on?
Focus.
You think so?
Yeah.
Really? While
Yeah.
they're playing chess?
Don't
Oh,
wanna
like
hear
to
it. Don't wanna hear the
drown out the crowd?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, because people probably say, Knight 2, Rook 2.
Yeah. It looks like the fight